This is not a new thing. It's new because we got a legislative mandate that was part of the Secure Act, which was passed by Congress, signed by President Trump late in 2019. There were a number of Department of Labor regulatory initiatives to add lifetime income projections that never came to fruition. Starting in the George W. Bush administration, the DOL looked at the issue of lifetime income and asked for input. There were some proposed legislation that never made it. That was followed by hearings in 2010, an advance notice of proposed rulemaking in 2013. And along the way, many service providers and record keepers saw the writing on the wall and started to provide their participants lifetime income estimates, some of which projected the account balance to age 65, others that assumed continued contributions and participation until age 65. Finally, in 2019, we got the lifetime income estimate illustration mandate once a year, no less frequently than once a year. That was incorporated in the Secure Act. The DOL guidance followed that, very consistent, very carefully followed the statutory mandate, and that brings us to where we are today.
Yeah, well, listen, it's super timely. One of our fans and one of my friends, we'll just say, to keep him anonymous, we'll call him Greg. By the way, Ramsey, that is his name. He literally texted me 2 days ago a picture of his lifetime income illustration that showed up in the mailbox. Now, I guess, first of all, it's not a pretty picture. It's kind of what you might expect from a government-mandated report here, Jack. But just real basic questions like, why now? Why it's August? Why are these showing up in August? Do you have insight into why it took people this long to do this?
Sure. So when Congress passes legislation, they pretty much tell the agencies, go forth and regulate, go forth and give guidance so that people know how to comply with the requirements. So it took the DOL more or less a year or so, and then whether you want to think of it as pandemic related or whatever, they essentially said about a year ago that said you had about a year in order to comply, in order to start to comply. Since they had provided all of the different estimates, all the different assumptions and everything else, some folks started to comply. Like I got a statement showing my the annuity equivalent, single life annuity, 100% joint and survivor annuity equivalent, using my December 31st, 2021 account balance. The other two plans that I had, I got those statements showing the June 30th, 2022 account balance. So pretty much everybody should have their statements in hand at this point, unless you haven't gotten your second quarter 2022 statement yet.
Well, I would like to take a step back and start with the intent, right?